Hey folks, Randy with Pete's RV TV today. Another quick tip segment for you. It's a spring of the year, and it's spring of the year here in Vermont anyway, and the leaves are starting to come back a little, and I'm seeing my lawn for the first time in a few months. So now it's time for us to think about hooking up our batteries and getting in our campers and see how they fared the winter, and get out there and use them with a short season we've got. So I'm just going to take a couple minutes of your time and show you how to properly hook up a battery, and then we're going to go inside and look at a converter for a few seconds. So anyway, when we go to hook up a battery, a lot of us that have messed around with cars and stuff like that growing up, where black is usually the negative on a car, and that's what would hook to the negative of the battery. Not quite the case in the RV world. Actually, white is the negative, and a lot of people, I get to take a phone call a few times a year, more than a few times a year, where people tell me their lights are working in the camper and nothing else is working, and immediately I know they've hooked their battery up backwards, because the lights don't care where the voltage comes from, but the electronics and the coach do. So what I want to do is just show you how to hook this up. So here's my white wire. That's going to go to my negative. And then my black wire, typically going to be black, is going to go onto my positive terminal of the battery, and then we can go ahead and put these nuts down here, and then we've got a positive battery hooked up. There usually is some sort of notation on the frame of the vehicle on some of the later model stuff out there that'll tell you what I have just told you, but we'll get you going on this right here. So anyway, white and black. White is negative, black is positive. Just going to hook those up, and then we're going to go inside, and I'm going to show you a commonly blown fuse that you may want to keep some extras of. So here we are inside the coach. Now, if you had plugged in your camper and the battery was not on and one of the wires, the positive wire, touched the frame, or if you'd hooked up your battery wrong or just touched the two wires together by accident, what can happen is you can blow these two fuses in your converter. Now, these are the 40 amp fuses in this particular one, not the 15s. The 15s are going to be our branch circuits, but these 40s are a protected converter. Now, all the new campers out there have some sort of fuse protection on the converters. So if you're dead, if you've seen the spark outside, or you're just not even sure, it's best to find these fuses in your converter and make sure you got some extras on board. That way, if a problem arises down the road, you know where to go to fix them. Now, if you've got a larger 50 amp service in your camper, you're going to have a standalone converter, which is usually located behind the fuse panel. You might have to remove a couple screws to get, but I just wanted to point out these fuses for you. Make sure you locate them in your camper and you've got some spares in there, and that might save you down the road losing power in the middle of the night when you don't want to lose power. So anyway, thanks for watching Quick Tips with Randy today for Pete's RV. Always come check us out on our Facebook page. We've always got a lot of great information on there. And thanks for thinking Pete's RV, and happy camping.